What's up, Virgo? This is Jesse with 44 Astro with a bonus Halloween tarot reading. This is Halloween, October 31st. All Hallows. It's All Hallows Eve right now. All Saints Day, All Hallows Day. Ooh, right there's where it wants to go. It's based off Samhain, which is the Celtic holiday where they represented the harvest. Light bonfires, put on costumes, scare away the ghosts. But it evolved since then to all the many different names it has. But a lot of it. It's about not worshiping the dead, but giving respect and paying respect to those that have passed and went on to the other side. And they say that it's more about, the veil is thin and that you can connect to the other side a lot easier this time of year. And I would say that that's true, especially since it's in the time of Scorpio. Well, what's on the bottom looks like the Wheel of Fortune. And this is the Golden Dawn deck. This is the deck created by the White Magicians. I'm going to clarify it with the Thoth deck, which is the deck designed by a very dark magician. And we're in that time of year, the dark time of year, but you don't have to do darkness. It's, understanding the darkness is important because, the light and the dark are inseparable. You wouldn't even understand one without the other. They literally define each other. They're both sides of a coin. You have a final judgment here. The Three of Wands and the Nine of Swords. Some kind of like worry or despair. But there's something that's established in you that's going to help you make a final judgment. We're going to get the Moon card here and see what it says. The Moon is going to be a waning gibbous, I believe. And it's going to be in Gemini for this Halloween. It will be in the 6th mansion of the Moon. I'll put a picture of it up so that you can read about it. If I didn't, I don't think I mentioned that on yours already. And for Virgo Ascendant, it'll be in the 10th or the 9th house. 10th house is your vocation. So, even though it's not really a prominent phase of the Moon still affects us quite heavily, regardless of the phase. And, 9th and 10th house. 10th house is your work. So it could be, right there. It could be something to, be thinking about your work in some way, right? You could have some kind of feelings or thoughts or something about your work is going to kind of be prominent around this time. And then 9th house would be like higher learning, wisdom, justice, that type of thing. So there could be you taking in a lot more information at this time. And it could be messages from the other side. This is saying adjustments are required. Adjustments, I don't think I wouldn't say that when you say adjustments, I don't think it's kind of as extreme as a change. An adjustment generally means just like you got to kind of acquiesce to something small most of the time. So I would look at what that is and figure out what that is, because you do have, a 9 of Swords here. So something has got you, sad or in despair, right? Some kind of judgment was passed against you, or you have made a judgment on something that has put you in despair. But you got the Three of Wands here, which is the Lord of established strength, right? That's being established in whatever it is that you do, or whatever it is that you feel. You're established in like the way that you are. But if sometimes being established, if adjustments are needed, you may be established in what you do, but there may be an innovation or a change that needs to be made in order for you to move forward in a better way or in a more successful way. You have your reputation clearly and you're established, right? But there's clearly an adjustment that can be made that would improve the situation, whatever it is, and maybe get you out of this kind of despair and cruelty. That's where I wanted to stop. And you got the final judgment, right? Got the Emperor here. Could be something to do with a boss. Got power down there. That's in this deck. That's what it represents. The 4 of coins. On the last judgment, it looks like some kind of victory, right? You may be in a competition with someone, but it looks like you won, if you are. Or the final judgment was in whatever this judgment is. Like if it's something to do with court or anything like that, it came out in your favor. Like you won whatever this. If it was a court case, you won. And it or whatever this judgment is, it helped you be established in some way, right? It gave you your reputation, or it showed that you're really good at something, right? And that brings you pleasure, right? 6 of Cups. But this individual seems to be trying to rain on your parade because he's on the 9 of Swords. So there's some kind of emperor domineering energy that's trying to, for whatever reason, maybe take credit for your your project or your work or whatever it is, or just trying to rain on your parade for whatever reason. I mean, sometimes those people appear in our lives. They're just tests to grow us, to help us grow in a lot of ways. But I think it's all good because you won, or you're gonna win, if there is some kind of contentious situation, right? If you're looking for some kind of judgment in your favor, whatever that may be, in whatever situation, whether it be like anything with court or law, or whether it's just in your family life even, right? It's going to be in your favor. And whoever this individual is that's trying to cause you, despair, you're going to get past it, no problem. You have to make some adjustments. There's going to be some changes that need to be made, and you'll have to know what those are. And, this is a general reading, so the timing is going to be different for everyone. It could be around Halloween for some, could be later for others, could have already happened for some. For some Virgos, just depends on how it falls in your chart, the time you were born, all these types of things. Where Virgo is prominent in your chart, whether it's sun, moon, rising, stellium, lots of aspects. However it plays a role as your version of Virgo, and your unique map of your unique astrological map. So it's gonna be different for everybody. But either way, looks like you're about to win. You just got to make some changes. The judgment's going to be in your favor, whatever it is. Anyway, Virgo, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. I don't know how I lost 2 subscribers after making my last round of videos. Kind of blows my mind a little bit. But I guess I did take a break, but I really don't understand the algorithm that well. But please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. I appreciate it. I'd like to think it helps, but I'm not so sure anymore. Either way, thanks for being here, Virgo. And I think things are going to work out well for you. Happy Halloween.